I'll take a picture of my setup. And I'll take a picture of me and my setup. Okay. Hey, it's Alex from Following Alex. And today I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I'm talking about photography because it is something I'm passionate about and it is something I want to dive more into on my channel. So this is a pretty basic photography video. I'm gonna talk about items that every photographer needs. I didn't buy all these items at once. I gradually worked up to it, but this is a great starting point. Don't feel that you need them to be successful, but they are great tools and they can really help you and also make it an easier process for you. I started 10 years ago and I was really young, so my photography was like my charms in my bedroom and a little bit outside. And I kind of lost it. I had a phone and I was taking a lot of pictures. I upgraded to a Canon PowerShot, like a little pocket camera. This was a really great starting camera. I didn't want to invest too much money until I knew this was something I was going to stick with, even though I knew I was going to. So now I have a Canon EOS M50, so I can put a picture here because I'm using it. So I'm just gonna go over my items I think are best. I'm gonna link all of the products below. Find what best suits you. I tend to go for cheaper items. I'm not ready to invest a lot of money. My first recommendation, so when buying a bag or a case, make sure it is meant for a camera, just because if you're gonna have lenses and really important pieces, you wanna make sure that it's protected. You wanna make sure that you can carry it, like distribute the weight so you're not hurting yourself. And you wanna also look for things that have like waterproof or maybe even come with a rain jacket. You are gonna spend money on a camera and your supplies. You don't want it just everywhere. Try to invest in something. This awesome hiking bag that my partner actually got for me as a gift, and it's really good. All the camera compartments are in here. It has some extra space. So one of the most important items you need for a camera, and it's kind of like a starting item that can't do much without, is you need a good memory card. So I'm using a memory card that I have had for 10 years or so. It's only 8 gigabytes. I definitely need a bigger one. If you're doing like any photo shoots or you're going on a long excursion or you want to take long videos, you definitely want to invest in a really big memory card. The next thing I'm gonna recommend is most cameras have rechargeable batteries and most cameras will come with the charger. If it doesn't, you should look into that. My recommendation is to get at least one extra battery. You do not want to miss out on shots. You don't want to have to call your day early. You don't want to have to sit around and wait for a battery to charge. At least have one so that you can keep cycling it out. This is not only convenience, this is also a tool, because if you don't have enough memory or you don't have enough battery, whatever you're doing is gonna be cut short. It'll be a really big problem if you are doing this professionally, if you are charging anybody. You don't wanna get to a photo shoot with someone and run out of memory or battery. It's not a great look. So your next investment should be a tripod. So I'm just showing you a little small one right now because I'm using my big one. It actually wasn't even meant for my camera, it was meant for a projector, but I've been using it for my camera. And this is from a dollar store. Now, if you have a really big camera, you want to make sure you have something that can handle the weight. Think about how much you're going to be using it, where you're going to be using it. You definitely want a tripod. Because I was the person who said this. It's so easy to be like, oh, I'll find a surface to lay it on. And then you end up with like tilted pictures and you're like, oh, I'll just straighten it. You are making way more work for yourself and you are decreasing the quality of your photos. Right now I have my tripod on a chair because I'm really high up and I need this angle. So you don't have to have a huge tripod, you can use a small one. But I definitely would invest, again, eventually in a bigger, solid one. I'm just trying to think of what else you need. Oh, this one is really important. It came with my Canon EOS M50, but it didn't come with my Canon PowerShot, and it's because my PowerShot is a little pocket camera. But you want a neck strap. Make sure you have something to hold the camera around your neck, or like a wrist strap. So even though you can hold your camera in your hands, you can be clumsy, you might trip, or you might just want to give your hands a break. Make it easier on yourself. But this is also for protection of your equipment. Neck straps should come with the camera. If not, you can definitely get a really cheap one. And you can get a wrist strap if that's something you prefer. So a camera that requires lenses, you should save up and invest in a lens. But this is definitely more of a long-term investment unless you have money readily available. The lens that comes with your camera is usually a pretty like average basic lens. I used to use mine for nature. I couldn't zoom in on the wildlife I could see and I was so disappointed. I missed so many great shots. So I got a lens that zooms in a little bit better. I'm gonna eventually get a telephoto lens, but I also want a wide angle lens. This is a really big investment. You can look for ones that are used, but make sure that they are compatible with your camera, because I have a mirrorless camera which differs from a DSLR. If you're gonna have lenses, do your research. I watch so many videos about different lenses to see which ones best suit what I need. So you don't need to be a genius at all these different camera aspects. Watch some videos. When it starts talking about a lens and it's like, that's what I need it for, that's what I'm trying to shoot, that's what I need, get that lens. The last thing I'm gonna tell you to invest in is not just for vlogging, even though I dominantly use it for that, a ring light. So if you've been on TikTok, you've seen the craze of the ring light and how everybody loves it, and it is worth the hype. I got a shorter one. If I had my time back, I would have got one with a taller tripod, so that's the one I'm gonna link. If you're doing any portrait sessions or product pictures, this is great lighting, especially to start out. Once you get more into photography, especially if it's a career, you're probably gonna want a better setup, but these are great items to start with. So thank you for listening. I hope that you learned something in this video, and save up. Don't feel pressure to get everything at once, as long as you have a camera. And like I said, if you're using your phone camera right now, that's fine. That's totally fine. People have so much success with their phone camera. Just start where you are, save up, and invest in yourself. Anything that you are done using, you can sell. People are looking for it, and you can also buy secondhand. Don't be afraid to buy secondhand. Just make sure it works. That's my only bit of advice. My only bit of advice? That's important advice. If you have any questions or you want me to go more in detail about other products that I use, I'd be happy to do so. So thanks for listening, and I can't wait to do more photography things. Bye.